right, here we go. We're ready for the 2026 Pacific Coast League Finals. All right, here we go. The official start of the 2026 Pacific Coast League Finals has arrived. The girls' frosh-off 4x1 is there on the track. Right now, Portola in the lead. On the outside is University, and in pursuit is Woodbridge. They're in zone number 2, Portola gets the baton off there in the lead. University in pursuit there in second, and here comes the girl boss squad of Woodbridge. And here we go, Portola looking to set the tone here in the frosh-off 4x1. They will be your 2026 Pacific Coast League frosh-off champions. 51-52. That is a scorching fast time for a frosh-off crew. Alrighty, here we go. The first JV event of the day, the girls 4x1 relay. They're in zone number 1. Woodbridge gets the baton off there first, but here comes the girl boss squad of Portola. They're into the lead, headed into exchange number 2. Northwood now onto the heels of Woodbridge. Both teams in lockstep. And now onto this final exchange, Portola. Very strong in those short sprints. Portola looking for another title here in the JV 4x1. And the girl boss squad of Portola will be your Pacific Coast League champs for the 4x1 JV division. All right, a clean start now here for the boys frosh-off 4x1. They're there in zone number 1. Northwood looking very strong on the outside, but here comes the squad from Portola. Once again, they're into the lead. Woodbridge making it up here on leg number 2. Woodbridge now onto the heels of Portola into this final exchange. And here we go, Portola trying to hold off the Warriors of Woodbridge. And Portola, once again, your champion here for the 4x1 relay. 45-25 for Portola. Woodbridge in second at 45-60. And here on the track, this is going to be the JV boys 4x1. Woodbridge there in 4, Portola in 5, Northwood in 6. Portola and Northwood battling there on the back straightaway. Head into exchange number 2. And here we go, Portola looking for their 4th title here in the 4x100 meter relays. And once again, Portola will take the crown in the 4x100 meter relay. 46 flat to win the JV league title. Northwood in second. All right. right, here we go. Our first varsity sprint event of the day. The girls 4x1. And here we go. Rosary out to the early lead. They are the fastest 4x1 squad in the Southern Section. Portola in a battle with Woodbridge on the outside for second and third. Here comes Northwood, they're in 4, but up front Rosary clears the final handoff. They will punch their ticket to the CIF preliminary meet. And the path towards the state meet later this month. Rosary is your Pacific Coast League champions.
It doesn't get it. This will be 47.
All right, here we go. Our first boys varsity event of the day. Portola top seed time in this league this year. They want that crown, but the reigning champs are there on the inside. Portola, that looks like Michael Hood. They're in the lead for Portola, heading to that second exchange. Northwood in pursuit, they're now into second. Woodbridge in third on their heels. One final exchange to go, and here we go. Portola trying to hold off the boys of Northwood. And Portola ahead with 50 meters to go. Northwood looking for a response at the line. And it is going to be Portola of Irvine, 43-23. So next up on the podium here for our Pacific Coast League Finals, let's have the girls varsity 4x1 staged there at the 50-yard line. They'll be up next. So girls varsity 4x1 relay, top 3 teams, top 4 teams, go ahead and report there to the 50-yard line. All right, here for the Pacific Coast League varsity girls 4x100 meter relay. Finishing third overall with a time of 49.69. It's going to be the squad from Northwood. Then your 2026 girls varsity 4x100 meter runner-ups. It'll be the squad running 48.99, the girl boss squad of Portola. And then your 2026 Pacific Coast League champions with a new finals record of 45.81. It is the girl boss squad of Rosary. All right, here we go. Next up on the podium, we'll have the results of the boys varsity 4x100 meter relay. So top 3 teams. All right, so our top 3 teams here for the boys varsity 4x100 meter relay. Unfortunately, Portola DQ'd for a Zone 2 exchange violation. So your top 3 teams are going to be University Irvine. They are in third at 45.55. Woodbridge in second at 43.92, a new season best for them. And then Northwood is going to be your 2026 Pacific Coast League champions at 43.30. Now back to the action on the track. That is Carmichael of University. Marie Sato there in second. And then it's going to be Nguyen of Portola right now in third. She's getting there onto the heels of Sato. 1 lap to go here for Carmichael. And here we go, 200 meters to go for Carmichael of University. Then they're in fourth. That's going to be Anna Batt of Portola, the sophomore. She's ranked sub 550 as well. But right now, Carmichael, Sato, and Nguyen, they're in first, second, and third. And here we go. Ella Carmichael University will be your 2026 Frost-Soft Girls 1600 meter champion. And the girl bosses of University will go 1 and 2. Sato, Marie Sato, they're in second. Ginger Nguyen, they're in third. 5:34.50, a personal best for the freshman of University. Ella Carmichael, Marie Sato, 5:39.01 for personal best as well. And Ginger Nguyen of Portola in third at 5:39.81. So our top 3 all earning personal best. Anna Batt of Portola runs 5:50 to finish there in fourth. Megwan Lee of Northwood in fifth to run a personal best of 5:51.95. All right, here we go, a 5-person final here for the JV girls 1600 meter run. Kaisa Lin of Northwood, the junior, she's ranked 5:57 personal best. This season she's ranked 6:15. Once again, we need those top 5 finishers there in the girls' Frost-Soft 16 to report there to the 50-yard line. And so here on this opening lap, this is going to be Kaisa Lin of Northwood, the junior. She's ranked 6:15 this season. On her heels in that chase group, that's going to be Audrey Doe of Northwood, the junior, as well. She's ranked 6:20.87, a personal best this year. This is going to be a three-way battle here, all amongst Northwood in this JV girls 1600 meter final. Kaysa Lynn of Northwood, they're in the lead, but then her teammates, Audrey Doe and Hannah Fahim, they're in second and third. Fahim, she's ranked 641, sophomore, so on pace here for a nice personal best. And here we go. Lynn of Northwood, 3:05 through 800 meters. A very honest pace here in this JV 16. She's trying to help pull her teammates there along to some personal best. Doe in second, Fahim there in third. And here we go. This is going to be our girls. We want to direct everyone's attention there to the awards podium. This will be our top 5 from the Fraustoff girls 1600 meter final. Taking 5th today, makes one Lee, the freshman of Northwood, a new personal best of 5:51.95. In 4th, it's going to be the sophomore from Portola, Anna Bat, with a time of 5:50.25. And then your podium, Ginger Nguyen, the freshman of Portola, 5:39.81 to finish 3rd here today, a new personal best for her. And then your 2026 Fraustoff girls 1600 meter runner-up, it's going to be the freshman with a new personal best from University, Marie Sato, 5:39.01. And then your 2026 Pacific Coast League champion for the girls Fraustoff 16, a new personal best of 5:35.50, the runner from University, Ella Carmichael. And the future of distance running looking very bright there at University. 1 and 2 in that Fraustoff final. Here we go in this JV final now. 1 lap to go. Here for Kaysa Lynn. Next up after this, we have the boys 1600 meter Fraustoff final. And lots of action to look forward to here for the 2026 Pacific Coast League Finals. Once again, be sure to head to your mobile device and go onto your web browser. And if you want to keep up with today's action here at University High School, type in your web browser, irvinetiming.com. Our friends at irvinetiming.com doing a great job keeping up with all the action, providing live results here for today's championship meet. Now back to the action on the track. Lynn of Northwood, 150 meters to go between her and a JV league title. Audrey Doe there in second and Hannah Fahim in third. And they're looking for some big personal bests here in the 1600. And let's go ahead and make some noise. Kaysa Lynn of Northwood, 50 meters to go. She will be your 2026 JV Girls 1600 meter champion. And Northwood sweeping the podium here. Doe in second, Fahim there in third. So 6:19.22 for Kaysa Lynn. Audrey Doe there in second at 6:26.08. And then Hannah Fahim, a big personal best. She'll run 6:27.26. So scanning the track facilities here at University, looks like we have a couple of our field events still underway. On that north apron, we have the varsity boys long jump about finishing up there. Then on the south apron, looks like our high jump competition is well underway. All right, and this year on the track, clean start for the Frost Soft 1600 meter final. And next up here on our awards podium, we're gonna have the girls 1600 meter JV field receive their top 5 awards. So there in the lead, that's me, Kyle Chu of Portola. He ran 4:38.37, personal best for him in that preliminary meet last Friday. On his heels there, that's going to be Ernie Chen of Woodbridge. The freshman has a personal best of 4:47. And we're off to a scorching fast pace. 68 seconds here in this first lap. So well under that 4:40 effort. But now let's direct our attention there to the 50-yard line. We have the results of our top 5 finishers here for the girls JV 1600. So Chen and Chu there in the lead, 1 and 2. All right, and here we go. Back to our attention there at the 50-yard line. It is time for the top 5 for the girls JV 1600. Finishing 5th today with a time of 7 minutes and 20 seconds is going to be the freshman from Northwood, Alyssa Tam. And then in 4th, the sophomore from Northwood with a time of 7 minutes and 18 seconds, Sharvani Bargrave. And then your first podium finisher with a new personal best of 6 minutes and 27 seconds. It'll be the sophomore from Northwood, Hannah Fahim. And your Pacific Coast League 2026 JV Girls 1600 runner-up with a time of 6 minutes and 26 seconds, Hadri Doe. And now your champion here for the girls varsity JV 1600, Kesa Lynn of Northwood. And that is your podium there for the JV Girls 1600. Congratulations. We're on to this bell lap here for the boys. Frost Soft 1600. Portola's Kyle Chu. They're in a battle with Ernie Chan of Woodbridge. Then in 3rd, that's going to be Anderson May. And we have a 4-man battle there for the podium spots, 4th and 5th. Aiden Mori, Yamamoto of Woodbridge, and Yayu Kevin Zhu, all there in contention with 200 meters to go. But up front, Kyle Chu, he got to the lead there early on, and he is looking for his Frost Soft title. 50 meters to go here for the sophomore from Portola. And Kyle Chu will be your 2026 Frost Soft Boys 1600 meter champion. 4:35, a new personal best for Kyle Chu. Ernie Chan of Woodbridge in second at 4:39.90, a personal best for him as well. Anderson May of Northwood in third at 4:44.31. And then Aiden Morey of Portola in fourth. He'll get his way onto the podium, 4:47.66, a personal best for the soft five for the crown. So Aiden Alvarez of Woodbridge, top runner here in this field. He's ran 4:45.06, personal best this season. Marcus Estrada of Portola has ran 4:46.60. You also have Hao Yang Lin of Woodbridge, personal best of 4:46. So a number of sub 450 milers here in this field, and plenty of guys there in that low 450s range. So Marcus Estrada, the junior from Portola, gonna set the tone here in this first lap. On his heels, that's the runner from University, William King. He's ran 4:56. Lifetime PR, 70 seconds through 400 meters. So well within everyone's ability here in the opening four. Now Aiden Alvarez taking his turn there in the lead, injecting some pace here in this second lap. Nicholas Perez and Hao Yang Lin there on his heels. Estrada there in third, and actually there in fifth, excuse me. That's going to be Andrei Shestov of University. Shestov, he's ran 4:55, looking for a big PR here in this JV final. On his heels is hit number 8, Kareem Kabara of Northwood. He's ran 4:51. 2:20, even paces here through 800 meters. And here we go, some separation here on lap number 3. We'll see if Estrada of Portola there in third can close that gap. But right now, up front, Alvarez and Perez of Woodbridge trying to pull away from this field. Then here, and now direct your attention there to the 50-yard line. This is the boys' Frost Soft podium. Taking third, that's going to be the freshman from Northwood, a new personal best of 4:44.31. It is Henderson May. And your 2026 Boys Frost Shop Pacific Coast League runner-up for the 16 with a time of 4 minutes and 37 seconds. The freshman from Woodbridge, Ernie Chan. And your champion for the Frost Shop 16, the time of 4:35.79, the sophomore from Portola, Kyle Chu. And back to the action on the track, Alvarez and Perez of Woodbridge, they're in first and second, a battle between besties. Then in third, that looks like Yang Lin of Woodbridge trying to get one there on Estrada. Shestov there in fourth, and right now Kabara of Northwood trying to hang on to that podium finish in fifth. There on the heels of Kabara, hip number 10, that's going to be William Kang of University. And here we go, a sprint finish here in the JV 16. Alvarez a step ahead of Perez. And Alvarez is your JV champion for 39.94, a personal best for the junior. And Hao Yang Lin will be there in second. A new personal best of 4:40.38. Nicholas Perez in third at 4:41.91. Andrei Shestov of University in fourth, a personal best as well for him, 4:43.38. And then for fifth, actually Shestov will be there in fifth, 4:50.52. And Marcus Estrada of Portola in fourth at 4:43.38. And we are now on to our first varsity event here for the distance. We went from 12:19 down to 11:04 in the 2 mile, and 5:40 down to 5:07 in the 16. Absolutely insane progression from just a year ago. She's also undefeated in dual meets this season in the 16 and the 32. You can't forget also about Maya Murthy of Northwood. She has a personal best of 5:17, a season best of 5:22. She was third at last year's 1600 meter final. And here on this opening lap right now, Claire Hipser of University. She's gonna take a shot here at the crown. Abigail Fern, she's been here before. She's there on the heels of Hipser. And then University's Laura Blanco. She's ran 5:17, personal best, 5:22 this season. She's in a battle there with Murthy, who's in fourth on her heels. Then you have the runner, hit number 6, Lauren Al-Imam of Woodbridge, the freshman on the heels of Murthy and Blanco. Time now for our podium for the boys JV 1600. Finishing fifth today with a time of 4 minutes and 50 seconds, it's going to be the senior from University, Andrei Shestov. And then finishing fourth, the junior from Portola with a time of 4 minutes and 43 seconds, Marcus Estrada. And now your podium, a Woodbridge sweep, running 4:41.91. In third, Nicholas Perez. Your JV runner-up here for the boys 16, the junior with a time of 4:40.38. Hao Yang Lin. And then your JV champion, the junior with a time of 4 minutes and 39 seconds from Woodbridge, Hayden Alvarez. And back to this girls' varsity final. Hipser continues to lead, Fern on her heels, and Murthy now of Northwood into third. Blanco trying to hold off Al-Imam, the freshman from Woodbridge, fourth and fifth. And there you go. Abigail Fern now into the lead. Runner-up a year ago to Summer Wilson of Irvine. Now she wants that crown. Fern, a step ahead of Claire Hipser. And less than 500 meters to go. Murthy now back here in the picture. She's there in third. And Portola now threatening to get onto the podium. Portola there in 6 on the heels of Al-Imam. Less than 400 meters to go. Hipser back into the lead. A small gap now forming between Hipser and Fern of Woodbridge. Claire Hipser of University trying to stay undefeated in the Pacific Coast League this year for the 16. She has 200 meters to go between her and a title. Abigail Fern, the seasoned veteran there from Woodbridge, in second. Murthy now looking strong with 150 meters to go. Blanco of University in 4th. Imam in a battle here with Portola for that final podium spot. That's Carlina Trokri of Portola, and your 2026 Pacific Coast League champion for the girls, 1600, Claire Hipser. 5:08:06 to take the lead crown. Fern of Woodbridge in second at 5:13:37. Maya Murthy of Northwood, a season best of 5:15. And Lara Blanco will hang on for 4th, the University Junior, 5:27:34. And then in 5th, Lauren Al-Imam of Woodbridge, the freshman, a personal best of 5:27:81. Antonio, he also ran 13:56 there at the OC Champs. He was also your CIF Southern Section Division II champion for cross country, 3rd at the California State Meet for Division II, and an NXN qualifier. Let's keep an eye out there also for Aiden Zavala. He's ran a 4:11 personal best in the 16 there at the 10, and 1:54:48, a season best in the 800 at the Meet of Champs. He's ran sub-2 in the 8 4 times this season. He was last year's 1600 meter runner-up. And sure enough, the Warriors of Woodbridge setting the tone here in this 1600. Antonio Zavala there in 1st and 2nd. And let's go ahead and direct our attention here to the 50-yard line. This is the awards presentation for the girls' varsity 1600 meter run. Taking 5th today, the freshman from Woodbridge with a time of 5 minutes and 27 seconds. It is Lauren Al-Imam. In 4th, the junior from University with a time of 5:27:34, Laura Blanco. And now your podium, a season best for the junior of Northwood with a time of 5:15:30. It is Maya Murthy. And your 2026 girls varsity 1600 meter runner-up, the junior from Woodbridge with a time of 5:13:37, Abigail Fern. And your 2026 Pacific Coast League 1600 meter champion for the girls varsity division, the senior from University with a time of 5:08:06, Claire Hipser. And a special congratulations to our top 3 finishers. You all have qualified to the CIF Southern Section Preliminary Meet. So right now here in this boys varsity final, the boys of Woodbridge, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Antonio there in the lead. Zavala on his heels. And then it's going to be Noah Spickler there in third, and Connor Al-Imam in fourth. There in fifth in that final podium position, Amker Parikh of Woodbridge. He's in fifth, trying to hold off the boys of Northwood. With less than 300 meters to go. Antonio of Woodbridge there in the clear lead. Zavala in second. And then a battle here between Spickler and Al-Imam. And let's make some noise here for our first distance champion of the day. 50 meters to go. Aiden Antonio, the junior from Woodbridge. He will be your 2026 Pacific Coast League champion for the boys, varsity 1600. 4:19.78. Zabala there in second. The boys of Woodbridge, 1, 2, 3, and 4. In a battle at the line for fifth. Zavala in second at 4:26.43. Noah Spickler, the junior of Woodbridge, in third at 4:28.05. And Connor Al-Imam of Woodbridge in fourth at 28:33. All right, here we go. We're off now in the Frost-Off girls 100-meter hurdles. Chloe Malik of University, 17:08 this season for the freshman. And she's looking very strong over 5 hurdles. Baleen Alida there of Portola in lane number 4, and Chloe Malik of University will be your Frost-Off champion. All right, and here we go, a two-way battle here in the JV division. Northwood, Mafi looking very strong over the hurdles. And Kylie Mafi will take the crown here in the JV 100-meter hurdles. A new personal best for Mafi, 21:39. All right, and here we go. We're off now in this 100-meter final. Faison of Rosary a step ahead. Here is the win in second. Northwood on the outside for third, but up front it is going to be Jada Faison of Rosary. And this year on the track, the boys 110 hurdles Frost-Off final. Shervon of Portola there in lane 5, 17:34 this season. Shervon powering his way to the Frost-Off boys 110 hurdles title. 17:35 for the sophomore. Austin Anderson of Northwood in second at 18. Lane 5, that's going to be Max G of Portola, the senior, will be your JV champion. And back to the varsity podium there for the girls 100-meter hurdles. Coast League runner-up here for the boys varsity shot put. Personal best of 43 feet 3 inches from University, Victor Campos. And Godden Ford of Woodbridge, 15:47. The freshman punches his ticket there to CIF. And that there is going to be the Frostoff boys 400. And there on the podium, Mako Gucci of Northwood, 66-28 to finish third there in that 400-meter final. Then your runner-up here for the Frostoff 400. It's going to be the sophomore from Portola, 66-22, Maylee Dang. And then your Frostoff champion with a new personal best of 65-58, the freshman from Portola, Lauren Lamb. Next up to the podium, this is going to be the girls' varsity discus throw. All right, here we go, JV boys 400-meter final. And that's going to be lane 5, Jaden Mafia of Northwood, the senior. He's ranked 55-01 this season. On his outside is Condis of Woodbridge, Calthea of Portola there on the inside. And 100 meters to go. Mafia trying to hold off this field. On his inside is Drew Calthea. Condis there in third. And Jaden Mafia is your JV champ for the 400. And here we go. On display here, Justine Wilson there in lane 5, the sprinter from Rosary. She's ran 54-12 at the Cal Relays, where she finished first. She's number 3 in the Southern Section, number 4 in the state of California. She's the reigning runner-up in the 400 for Division 4 finals. She was 3rd at the Masters meet, 15th at the state meet a year ago. And coming around the bend just like that, Justine Wilson of Rosary. Rosary, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5 for the lead on the outside. And here comes Lauren Park of Northwood. But Wilson will be your champion here for the Pacific Coast League 400. 55-69. And Pfeiffer Lee, second at 56-04, a new Californian number 36, and a personal best for the junior. Last year, he was 4th in the 400-meter final. All right, and there on the track, boys 400-meter final. On the outside is Penny Chang of Northwood, but here comes Dev Marfatia. Marfatia now, Northwood, 1, 2, and 3. Ryan Goody, they're in third. Woodbridge trying to get in the mix, but Marfatia will lead the 1-2 sweep. 49-74, a new personal best for the senior of Northwood. Fanny Chang of Northwood in second at 50.65. Aran Gudetti of Northwood in third. The boys of Northwood sweep the podium, 50.81 for third. So girls cross off 100, they're underway. The year runner-up here for the boys. Varsity discus throw competition from Woodbridge with a throw of 127 feet, 10 inches. Koa Lyle. That there is going to be the JV girls 100-meter final. Next up on the podium, the boys varsity 400-meter final. Cross off boys 100-meter final. Portola looking for the win. Boys JV for 100-meter final. That is there on the track. Steve Kim, lane 6. Portola, the senior, steps away from this field. He will be your JV champion. And here we go. This is going to be one of the fastest finals in the state of California. Collins, a step ahead of Flournoy, and Collins takes it. Malia Collins. 100-meter final here on their way. Michael Hood of Portola, the sole winner under 11 seconds. But Nathan Louie on his shoulder is going to come down to the line. Hood takes the win. 10.94 for the senior. Woodbridge, 11.05 for second. And Alex John of Portola in third at 11.07, a personal best for the junior. Here we go. They're on the track. Girls cross off 800-meter run. But now for that varsity final 100-meter dash podium. The Girl Boss Squad, one of the best sprint squads in the United States of America. And you saw why here today. In third, from Rosary, a personal best for the senior of 12.13, Jada Faison. Your Pacific Coast League runner-up, the sophomore from Rosary, running 11.74, Travia Flournoy. And your new Pacific Coast League champion, your new Pacific Coast League champ, finals record holder, new U.S. number 43, new California number 5, a personal best of 11.52, Malia Collins. Now for the boys, varsity 100-meter final. Your top 3 finishers there in that boys varsity 100. The junior from Portola, setting a personal best of 11.07. It's going to be Alex John. Your Pacific Coast League runner-up with a season best of 11.05 from Woodbridge, Nathan Louie. And your Pacific Coast League champion for the 100-meter dash, the senior from Portola, 10.94, Michael Hood. So here in this girls cross-off 800-meter final, Marie Sato And Carmichael there, 1 and 2, 2:29 unofficially for Sato. 2:29.53, a personal best for the freshman. Carmichael in second at 2:32.42, and Kayla Sanchez in third at 2:34.39. Now here for the podium, they're on the track, JV girls 800, but for the podium, boys 100 meter, JV final. Taking third with a personal best of 11:97 from University, Saeed Al-Sabaj. And your JV runner-up with a personal best of 11:89 from University as well, Pierce Fernier. And then your JV champion in the 100-meter dash from Portola, the senior, 11:57, Steve Kim. And this is going to be the battle lap here for the JV girls 800-meter run. Elizabeth Sanchez of Woodbridge, the sophomore, she's ran 2:41 this season. She's there way out in the lead. Now for the Frost Soft podium here for the 100-meter dash. In third, running 11:75, it'll be the sophomore from Woodbridge, Kasian Stinton. Your Frost Soft runner-up in the 100 with a personal best of 11:63 from Portola, Heaven Shane. And your Frost Soft champion in the 100-meter dash for the boys division, a personal best for the sophomore of 11:49, Suhan Ferretti. And this year on the track is going to be Sanchez of Woodbridge. The sophomore is going to be your JV girls 800-meter champion. .244 unofficially for Sanchez, and then the duo from Northwood. And now for the girls, Frost Soft. Now for the girls' Frost Soft 800-meter run. And that there on the track is going to be the boys' Frost Soft 800. But here for the podium for the girls' JV 800. Taking third in the girls' JV 800 from Northwood with a time of 3:02.94, it's going to be Hannah Fahim. Your JV girls runner-up, running 2:56.69, Hadri Doe. And now your JV champion for the girls' 800-meter run, running 2:44.13 from Woodbridge, Elizabeth Sanchez. leading the way, 62 seconds in this frosh off 8. It's going to be Kyle Chu of Portola. He's already won that 1600 meter earlier today. On his heels, Anderson May and Ryan Joe of Northwood. They're in second and third. $100 go here for the double crown for Chu of Portola. On his heels, May and Joe. Kyle Chu will be your two-time champion here for the frosh off division. 206 unofficially. 206.25, and Kyle Chu is the frosh off distance king. Anderson May in second at 209.12. Ryan Joe in third at 209.43. Tosrand of Woodbridge in fourth at 213. Ryan Plang of Northwood in fifth at 214.03. This year on the track, this is going to be a JV boys 800 meter run. Omar Abukadije of Portola leading out here through 200 meters. On his heels is Nicholas Cho of Woodbridge. Cho now going wide here. He's going to lead the way onto this home straightaway. Portola and Woodbridge battling out here in this JV 8. 60 seconds through 400 meters. Scorching fast pace here by Nicholas Cho of Woodbridge. Omar of Portola trying to hold off the rest of this field in second. Onto his shoulder is Abraham of Woodbridge. Nicholas Cho through 600 meters, just over 132. Abukadije of Portola in a battle there with Zuraj Abraham of Woodbridge. And here we go, 3 men up to this final 100 meters. Big push here from Abraham. Abraham of Woodbridge into the lead. Abukadije in second. But it's going to be Zuraj Abraham, 2:04. 2:04.21 for the junior from Woodbridge. Omar Abukadije of Portola, 2:04.84. And Nicholas Cho of Woodbridge in third at 2:06.03. Alrighty, here we go. Clean start here, second time around. Now for the podium, we're going to have the boys JV 800 meter final. Taking third today in that JV 800 meter final, the senior from Woodbridge, running 2:06.03. It's going to be Nicholas Cho. And then your JV runner-up from Portola, running 2:04.84, Omar Abukadije. And then your JV champion, running 2:04.21 from Woodbridge, Nicholas Perez. And here on the track, Gersick, Lynn, and Murphy, 1, 2, and 3. And we're off to a scorching fast pace, 66 seconds through 400 meters. Lynn now gets onto the shoulders of Gersick. Gersick quick to respond. Three women in this field, sub 220. But right now it's a battle here between the besties. Azra Gersick, Audrey Lynn, 1 and 2. Gersick fourth at Arcadia, running 2:10, a lifetime personal best. One of the top 800-meter runners in the Southern Section and in the state of California. And here she comes, Azra Gersick. Third a year ago, she wants the crown here today. Azra Gersick of Portola will be your Pacific Coast League champion. Lynn, runner-up, and Murphy in third. A battle for the podium, Portola and Rosary. Rosary into fourth. So 2:14.22 for Portola's Azra Gersick. Audrey Lynn in second at 2:16.21, a personal best for the sophomore. Zavala, he's ran 4:11 personal best in the 16 this year. He was second in that Pacific Coast League 1600-meter final for the 16. Last year he is the reigning champ here for the 800. Finished third at the CIF Division II Finals meet for the 800, running 1:54.31. He was 16th at the Masters meet. Amin Gish of University, 1:59.88. He's onto the heels of Zavala. And then there in third is going to be Preston Fletcher of Portola. Lifetime best of 2:03. But he wants to take a chance here to battle with the big dogs. 57 seconds through 400 meters. Zavala, Gish, and Fletcher, 1, 2, and 3 are chase pack onto the heels of Fletcher. Tyler Morales of Woodbridge, they're in fourth. And McIntyre of Portola in fifth. 1:26 through 600 meters. 5 men in contention. Here comes Tyler Morales onto the shoulder of Fletcher. Gish in second. Zavala. Zavala looking to be your repeat champion, your 2-time champion. Hayden Zavala. Fletcher now onto the shoulder of Gish. Fletcher in second. 1:56.27 for Aiden Zavala. Preston Fletcher, a 5-second personal best to run 1:58.75 or 45. Amin Gish of University, 1:58.84. Tyler Morales in fourth at 1:59.94, and Mason McIntyre, Portola, 2:01.38. All right, clean start now for the girls. Frost off 300-meter hurdles. Final two-way battle here. Suresh of Woodbridge, they're in 6. Oliva, they're in 4. And Suresh just a step ahead of Oliva. Oliva was second in that 100-meter hurdles earlier today. Suresh now onto this final straightaway. Here we go. Oliva of Portola in pursuit. And Lakshima Suresh, one hurdle to go. She will be your girls frosh soft 300-meter hurdles champion. Great sportsmanship shown there in that 300-meter final. We're on to the girls' JV 300-meter final. And this year on the track, again, another two-way battle here. Kylie Mafi in 6, Amanda Rahimi there in 7. And now for the boys' varsity engineer podium. Taking third today, from the University, a new personal best for the senior, running 1:58.84. It's going to be Hameen Gish. And then your runner-up there for the boys varsity 800. A 5-second PR here today, the sophomore from Portola. It's going to be Preston Fletcher. All right, this is the girls' varsity 300-meter hurdles final. Taylor Nguyen of Portola, your top returner from a year ago. She finished third last year. Earlier today, she was second in the 100-meter hurdles. She's ran 47.20, a lifetime personal best this season. Nguyen in a battle here with Rosary on the inside lane. That's Tatiana Galvan of Rosary there in 3. Nguyen, 2 hurdles to go between her and a title. On the outside comes Yurifa of Northwood. But Nguyen clears the final hurdles. She will be the champion here for the 300-meter hurdles. 47.84 for Portola's Taylor Nguyen. Nicole Theodoro of Northwood, 48.20, a personal best for the senior. And Tatiana Galvan of Rosary, 49.21 for the junior. And here we go, boys frosh off 300-meter hurdles underway. Vishwanathan there in the lead. And 3 more hurdles to go here for Vishwanathan. He's looking for the double crown here in the 110 and now 300-meter hurdles. A battle here for second and third. Anderson trying to hold off this field. But Vishwanathan gets the double crown. 45.06, a personal best for the sophomore. Austin Anderson of Northwood clears the final hurdles to finish second, running 48.25. Running of Northwood, running 48.20. Nicole Theodoro. Out there on the track, JV boys, 300-meter hurdles. Coming off the curve here, Portola, Max Gee, trying to hold off Lace Bush here from Mason Vu of Northwood. And Vu into the lead with 2 hurdles to go. Mason Vu of Northwood steals the crown. (45-21) for the senior. Max Guy of Portola in second at 46.89, and Mason Mortensen of Northwood in third at 49.64. The senior from Portola, Taylor Nguyen. Here on the track, this is going to be the boys of varsity 300-meter hurdles. Going forward, he won the 110 hurdles earlier today. He's a step ahead of this field, coming around the bend. On his inside is Tyler Brody of University. Brody and Ford. Here comes Bravo. Bravo into second. Ford trying to hold off this field. And Ford wins the Double Crown. 40.53, a personal best for the freshman. Mateo Bravo of Portola into second at 41.08. And Tyler Brody of University in third at 41.48. So sure enough, Jambal of Portola there in the lead. They're leading that chase pack on the heels of Jambal. That's going to be Akash Parikh of Woodbridge. The sophomores ran 10:29, lifetime best in the 3200. All right, so here we are in this Frosh Soft 3200-meter final. Parikh of Woodbridge continues to lead. So Woodbridge and Portola there, making them that top 5 in that lead pack. Parikh, Yamamoto, and Baños of Woodbridge They're setting the tone here through 1,200 meters. Then it's going to be David and Tetsurumor Jambal of Portola. And here we go. This is going to be a very competitive pace here through the mile one. Jambal has ran 10:5:53. 4 of these runners have ran under 10:10, 5:03 here through 1,600 meters. Jambal now of Portola getting there in the mix. He's on to second. Banos of Woodbridge taking a turn. He's going to inject some pace here on this 5th lap, and things have started to start out in that first group. All right, here we go. So now for the girls, flash off. This is going to be the girls' frosh off pole vault competition. Your podium from Northwood, the sophomore, clearing 5 feet 6 inches. It's going to be Kathleen Farjami. And for the girls' pole vault varsity competition from Northwood, the junior, clearing 8 feet, Ella Yu. Now for the boys' frosh off pole vault competition. Setting a new personal best, the sophomore from Northwood, clearing 10 feet 6 inches. It's going to be Austin Henderson. And 7:38 here on the clock with 2 laps to go. Your boys pole vault varsity champion here, the junior from Northwood, clearing 14 feet. It's going to be Blythe Henderson. So here we go, 500 meters to go. Right now, Yamamoto and Banos of Woodbridge trying to hold off Jambal of Portola. And here we go, 8:56 with 400 meters to go. Yamamoto is going to control this race here with 300 meters to go. Baños in second, Jambal now going to go wide onto the shoulder of Baños. Jambal with 200 meters to go on the shoulder of Yamamoto. It's going to be a sprint here to the finish line. Yamamoto trying to defend his #1 spot. And Yamamoto kicking hard, trying to hold off Tetsumer Jambal. Jambal looking for a response, but Yamamoto will win the 3,200 meter crown. 10:03.89 for Yamamoto. Jambal of Portola in second at 10:04.09. And then Alex Baños of Woodbridge in third at 10:06.41. And so once again, Yamamoto of Woodbridge, 10:03.89 for the Frost-Off crown. Jambal of Portola, 10:04.09 for second. Alex Baños of Woodbridge in third at 10:06.41. Akash Parikh of Woodbridge, fourth there, 10:13.34, personal best for the sophomore. The 200 meter dash. So they're leading the way here on lap #1. Alvarez, Jaweli, and Beal, all of Woodbridge. Estrada of Portola there in fourth. On the outside, that looks like William Kang of University. Alvarez, he won that JV 1600 earlier today, running personal best of 4:39. He's ran 10:07 in the 32, and he'll have the top time here amongst this field. Alvarez, Jaweli, 1 and 2, they're trying to pull away from this field. Beal in that chase pack with Estrada and Kane. And excuse me, that might be Wesley Parker there, hip number 8, in that 5th position. So there at that 50-yard line, looks like we have most of our boys frosh off 3,200-meter field. So we can get them their medals and get them on that stand. That'd be absolutely great. Alvarez continues to push this pace here in this JV 32. And here we go, the boys of Woodbridge, 1, 2, and 3. Now we're ready here for the boys frosh soft 3,200-meter podium. Taking 5th here today, running 10:16:03, the freshman from Woodbridge, Ernie Chan. In 4th, running 10:13:34, the sophomore from Woodbridge, Akash Parikh. In 3rd, running 10:06:41, the freshman from Woodbridge, Alex Baños. And your frosh off runner-up here in the 32 from Portola, the freshman, running 10:04:09, Tetsumor Jambal. And your frosh off champ for the 32, running 10:03:89, the sophomore from Woodbridge, Hayumo Yamamoto. That there is the future of Pacific Coast League distance. And back to the action on the track, boys JV 32. Alvarez and Jawali there in 1st and 2nd. Jawali now in the lead. Beal of Woodbridge there in 3rd. And it looks like Marcus Estrada Portola is going to be in 4th. Then a battle here for 5th and 6th. So in that battle for 5th, you have Wesley Parker of Northwood, the sophomore, trying to hold off Zhonglin Liu of Portola. Liu of Portola now in that 5th position. Swayam Jawali onto his final lap. A big effort here, and he might just break 10 minutes in the 32. Aiden Alvarez in third, and Paul Beal now into second. And here we go, Swayam Jawali of Woodbridge, the junior. He's ran 10:12.99. He has less than 100 meters to go. We're at 9:43. Big pusher with 50 meters to go. And Swale is going to take the JV crown just a hair over 10 minutes. But a great effort there from Swayam Jawali. 10 flat .78, a personal best for the junior. And here comes Aiden Alvarez into second. Paul Beal will be there in third. And Estrada of Portola now with 200 meters to go. Parker in fifth. Big kick here to the finish line. Estrada hangs on for fourth. And that's going to be William Kang of University kicking his way there onto that podium. He'll finish fifth, running 11:12.33. On the conclusion here of this JV 32, we're going to go back to the sprint events. Girls Frosh Off 200, the final. They're up next. All right, girls Frosh Off 200, they're out of the blocks. Top seat time, Rimike Omorlewu of Portola. And she's gonna have some company. Lena Alkim with her in stride off the bend. Omorlewu now pulling away. But on the outside is McElroy of Portola. And it looks like Al-Hakim. No, it'll be Germany Hall, 28:30. Lena Al-Kahim, 28:44. And here, let's go ahead and announce that boys JV 3200 meter. Your champion. We'll give him a little bit of a break here. He's kind of spilling his guts there in the trash can, but he ran a personal best, and honestly, when you do that, that's kind of what happens. So good job to the junior from Woodbridge, 10 flat point 78. Sawayam Jawale. And he'll get the top of that podium here soon. Girls JV 200 final on the track. Baez moving into that top position, and Baez looks to have gotten it at the line. Sofia Reina. All right, boys, frost off 200. Woodbridge and Portola, Hoover and Veretti, shoulder to shoulder, Veretti and Hoover. And Suhan Veretti, 24:10. Carter Hoover in second at 24:13. And Harish Kalamakainen of Portola, 24:92. And here we go. Please start now for this JV final. Steve Kim trying to hold on. Brandon Yu of Northwood. Kim will be your two-time champ here in the 1 and the 2. 24:11 for the senior of Portola, second at Masters and 5th in the state a season ago. And here we go. The top 200 meter sprinter in the state of California, Collins. Coming off the bend, shoulder to shoulder, Collins, Fornoy, and Wilson. But Malia Collins begins to pull away. Collins wins the 200 meter title. Can't forget Moises Keith Chavez of University, big PR to qualify himself into this final. Finished third overall in that 200 meter prelims. And here we go. The 100 meter champ, the 400 meter champ, battling here in this 2. Off the bend, they're shoulder to shoulder. Marfapia now moves into the lead. Head looking for a space in the final 50 meters. But Dev Marfapia is inevitable. 22:32 for the senior of Northwood. Michael Hood in second at 22:76. And Alex Jean of Portola, 23:24 for third. So looking down there at the podium, that looks like our varsity boys 200 meter field. So Froshoff boys 200 meter podium going to be announced here at the 50-yard line. Finishing third with a time of 24:92, a personal best here for the freshman of Portola, Harish Kamalekinen. In second from Woodbridge, running 24:13, Carter Hoover. And then your Frost-Shop champion for the boys 200. The sophomore from Portola runs 24:10. Suhan Ferretti. And sure enough, this is combined sections here for the third 200-meter run. Hipster University there in the lead. Fern there in second, and Murphy in third. Next up, that looks like the boys' JV 200-meter field. And so here we go. Finishing third today from University High School, 24:96, a personal best for the junior, Daniel Kostanov. Then your runner-up here for the JV2, the junior from Northwood, running 24:54, Brandon Yee. And your JV champion, he won the 100 meters earlier today. He's now a two-time champion here at this championship meet. The senior from Portola, with a time of 24:11, Steve Kim. And so Claire Hipster of University still continues to lead. She's had tremendous progress this season. Last year, 12:19 2-miler. Now she's ran over a minute faster with a personal best of 11:04. And if that boys varsity 200-meter field is ready, then we will happily announce them. So up front, Claire Hipster continues to lead. Abigail Ferd and Maya Murphy there in second and third. Fern, she's ran 11:24, lifetime best. Murphy 11:36. All right, and here we go. This is going to be the girls' varsity 200-meter final. These are three of the fastest 200-meter runners in the state of California. And here we go. Third today, the sophomore from Rosary, running 24:43, Trevea Flournoy. Your 2026 Pacific Coast League runner-up for the 200, the senior from Rosary, 24:23, Justine Wilson. And your Pacific Coast League champion for the 200, the sophomore from Rosary, Malia Collins. right, and here we go. Next up to the podium, we're going to have the boys 200-meter varsity final. And here we go, finishing third today in the boys varsity 200-meter final, the senior from Portola, running 23:23, Yura Lee. Finishing second today, he won the 100-meter dash earlier today, the only runner to run under 11 seconds. The senior from Portola, running 22:76, Michael Hood. And your 2026 Pacific Coast League champ for the 200 and the 4, Dev Marfatia. So we are just under 8 minutes here into this combined 3,200-meter run. Hipster here on this home straightaway. Fern and Murphy working together there, about 100 meters behind. Two laps to go here for Hipster of University. And here in a battle for the podium for the varsity field, this looks like Clarina Charkery of Portola battling there with Lauren Al-Imam of Woodbridge. Charkery, she's ran 11:51, and Al-Imam only 12:20. Al-Imam finishing fifth there in that 1,600-meter final, running 5:27.81. Charkery just a step behind at 5:29.88 there for 6. So good battle here underway for that 4th and 5th position. Chokri onto the shoulder there of Al-Imam. And they're within striking distance here of Murphy and Fern. And here we go, Claire Hipster, University. She's onto her bell lap. And here we go, Murphy and Fern onto their bell lap as well. Imam and Chokri in pursuit there in 4th and 5th. Murphy gonna make a move here with 400 meters to go. She's into that runner-up position. And now onto her final straightaway. This is gonna be Claire Hipster of University. She's really expanded this lead over 200 meters ahead of the next runner. Claire Hipster of University drops the hammer yet again. This time in the 32, she will win the girls varsity 3,200 meter run. 11:03.18, a new personal best for the senior. And here comes Murphy of Northwood. Murphy now into second, a strong kick. And Murphy will punch her ticket to the CIF Southern Section Preliminary meet. And Fern will do the same, finishing in third. And all of our finishers now getting there across the line, a mix of JV, Frosh Soft, and Varsity. So our friends at Irvine Timing will organize these results and go ahead and post it there as it needs to be seen. Next up after this, we have the boys 3,200 meter run varsity division. We're going to have some heavy hitters there in that boys varsity 32. Thomas Yon, a junior there from Woodbridge. PRs this season of 159.8 in the 8. In the 16, he's ran 425.03. And in the 32, he's ran 914.52. He was third at last year's Pacific Coast League final in the 3,200. You're also going to have the senior Inbon Catherine, also of Woodbridge, 205 personal or season best in the 8. He's ran 419 in the 16 and 909 in the 32 at the Arcadia Invite. Catherine Vaughn won the 3,200 competition a year ago. With a 909 effort, he's a top 25 3,200 meter runner in the Southern Section, top 50 in the state of California. In that mix as well, you have Aiden Antonio, lifetime personal best of 905 in the 32. All right, so that there on the track, our final distance event of the day, boys varsity 32. And if we can get our top 3 finishers from the girls varsity 32, so we can go ahead and announce that podium, that'd be fantastic. You see Hipster and Murphy there at the podium. We just need Abigail Fern. Lots of heavy hitters here. Many of these men in this 32 have ran 920 or faster. Some of the top 2 milers in Division 2. And sure enough, here we go. We're ready for the girls varsity 3,200 meter podium. Taking third today, the junior from Woodbridge, qualifying to the CIF Southern Section Preliminary meet with a time of 11 minutes and 44 seconds. It is Abigail Fern. Your 2026 Pacific Coast League runner-up in the 32 from Northwood, running 11:37, Maya Murphy. And your 3,200 meter champion for the Pacific Coast League with a personal best of 11:03.18 from University, Claire Hipser. So here we go, Aiden Antonio setting the pacing duties here. On his heels are Jan and Catherine Irvine of Woodbridge. So up front, Catherine Irvine, Jan, and Antonio all trying to punch their ticket there to the CIF meet. Then we have a pack here of 4 runners in contention for podium finishes. Leading that chase pack, you have Noah Spickler of Woodbridge. In the mix there, Inian Catherine Irvine, along with Arthur Gutierrez. Gutierrez sandwiched there amongst the Warriors. Lead pack now approaching this halfway mark, 1,600 meters to go once they cross that finish line. Oh, and here we go, a scorching fast pace. 4:38 unofficially through 1,600 meters. And our chase pack, 4:53s through their halfway mark, so a good honest effort there. Antonio in that lead position, he's going to continue to expand his lead. Catherine Irvine and Jan there in second and third. And then there in that chase group, Inian Catherine Irvine, along with Noah Spickler and Gutierrez of Portola. All they're going to battle for those final podium spots. And here at the podium, this is going to be our Frosh Soft Girls 3,200 meter podium. Some very impressive efforts here from the future of distance in the Pacific Coast League. The sophomore from Portola, Anna Bat, she'll finish third overall today, running 13.85. Then your 2026 runner-up here for the Frosh Soft 32, it's going to be Ginger Nguyen. And your champion with a personal best of 11:51, the freshman from University, Asiman Jabari. Less than 2 laps to go here for our leaders. The Warriors of Woodbridge, 1 through 5 here in this 3200 final. And here we go, one of the top 2 milers in the state of California, Aiden Antonio. Less than 500 meters to go. .804 with 400 meters to go. Inbound Catherine, there in second. He'll cross with 4 at 8:14. Thomas Jan in third. He'll cross at 8:20. And now the duo here, Spickler and Catherine, in a battle for 4th and 5th. And now onto his final straightaway. The junior from Woodbridge, Aiden Antonio. He won the 1600 meter earlier today. He now will be the champion for the 3200 meter run. 9:09 for Aiden Antonio. And here comes inbound Catherine. Catherine Brown will cross the line there in second, earning runner-up honors at 9:25.16. Jan in third. And a big kick here from Gutierrez to make his way into sixth. So Aiden Antonio, 9:09.6. That'll be a season best for the junior, and that's a new California number 41 in the 3200. In Van Catherine, runner-up this year, 9:25.16. Thomas Jan, they're in third at 9:34.78. No. All right, so they're on the track. This is the boys' frosh soft 4x400 meter relay. Last few events of the night. I'm here at the podium of the girls' frosh soft 4x4 podium. So and here we go. We got two teams present. Your runner-up here for the 2026 Pacific Coast League Finals girls frosh soft division of the 4x4, a season best for the girl boss squad of University 430-88. You are second overall. Then your champions for the frosh soft 4x4 with a time of 4 minutes and 29 seconds. It's going to be Portola. And back to the action on the track. This is going to be leg number 3, Woodbridge, a step ahead of this field, but Portola responds with ferocity here on this third leg. Oh, and here we go. One leg remains here for this frosh soft field. Woodbridge in stride with Portola. Northwood there in third. And if we can get this JV squad of the 4x4 down here to the podium, that'd be great. With 300 meters to go, Woodbridge about 10 meters there in the lead. Portola looking for a response in second. Northwood rounding out this field. $150 meters to go. Woodbridge trying to come away with the league title here in the 4x4. Portola going to the arms with 100 meters to go. And it's going to be Woodbridge taking the frosh soft 4x4. And here we go, we're underway. Final JV event of the day. Woodbridge in 4, Northwood in 5, and Portola there in 6. All right, so I'm here on the infield with Hura Lee of Portola, and you got some of your boys here in this race. What do they need to hear from the rest of your squad? Let's go, Portola! Nice, awesome. Now, you did really well in that 200-meter race earlier today. What was it your goal to finish on the podium at the Pacific Coast League JV 200-meter final? Varsity?
Yeah, it was.
Nice, nice. Let's give a big round of applause here to the guys of Portola. Fantastic effort today. Right now, speaking of, Portola makes their way into the lead on this JV 4x4. Northwood in second, Woodbridge onto the heels of Northwood. Here we go, this is going to be the second handoff, leg number 3. Portola a step ahead of Woodbridge. Portola with the advantage here on leg 3. Woodbridge taking no time at all to make up that gap. Woodbridge now a step ahead in first. All right, I'm here with the Frost Shop squad from Woodbridge boys 4x400 meter champions. And look, well, actually, yeah, let's announce this podium first. I'll ask you guys some questions after. Here we go, JV boys, Woodbridge. Hey, your dogs are there in the lead. Give us some words of wisdom. Let's go! There we go. One leg remains here for the boys, JV 4x4. Woodbridge strong in the lead. Portola in second. And so here at the 50-yard line, I have the podium of the Froschoff boys 4x4 taking second today. Runner-ups here at the PCL Froschoff 4x4 with a time of 3 minutes, 47.55. It is Portola of Irvine. Second. Here we go, Woodbridge looking over their shoulder. Portola in pursuit. That's Kim and Portola. Portola, Woodbridge. Wow, that is too close to call from down here on the field. But Steve Kim of Portola might have gotten it done. And he gets it done. 3:45.64 for Portola to take the JV crown. Woodbridge in second at 3:46.68. And Northwood in third at 3:48.38. All right, here we go. The final girls varsity event of the day. Rosary and Portola out hard at 200 meters. A real quick, Froschoff podium 4x4 running 3:47.55. It is the runner-ups, Portola of Irvine. Then your Froschoff 4x4 champions for the boys division. It's going to be the men of Woodbridge. And back to the action here on the track. Rosary is going to get the taunt off there in the lead. Portola being pursued by Northwood and Woodbridge. And here we go, leg number 2 onto this final straightaway. Rosary in the lead, Portola closing that gap in second. Northwood right now in third. .155 through 2 legs in this girls varsity 4x4. And Rosary just continues to expand their lead. Portola there in second, Northwood in third. And here we go, Rosary onto their final leg. The championship record here for the Pacific Coast League is 354. .354.54 set back in 2017 by Woodbridge. Portola remains there in second, Northwood in third, and here we go, one final curve onto the straightaway. Rosary, one of the fastest 4x4 squads in the nation. They're gonna win the 2026 Pacific Coast League title, and they will shatter the championship record. 351.18. And Portola trying to hold off Northwood in these final meters. Portola will be in second at 4:08.18, and Northwood in third at 4:09.52. A year ago, Northwood winning the title here in the 4x4, went on to compete and finish 11th at the state championship meet. And right now in the varsity standings, Woodbridge strong in the lead at 122. Portola right now at second in 74 points, and Northwood in third at 72. So a bit of some bragging rights here between the league rivals of Portola and Northwood. And off this first exchange, Portola, Northwood, and Woodbridge all there in contention. And it looks like Portola now into the lead. 200 meters on this second leg. Northwood being pursued by Woodbridge. And here we go, Woodbridge closing that gap in second. Northwood now on this third leg. Northwood now into second, approaching that 200-meter mark. Northwood back onto the heels of Portola. And Portola biding their time. They're going to go to the Jets here on this final straightaway. One exchange remains. Bragging rights on the line. Portola into the lead. Northwood in second. Woodbridge trailing in third. And who other than the best sprinters for both teams? Michael Hood, champion in the 1, second in the 2. Drew Mafatia for Northwood, champion in the 4 and the 2. Dev Marfatia here on the final leg. Here we go, people, make some noise. This is the final event of the Pacific Coast League Championships. Marfatia goes wide, home, looking for a response. Marfatia looks behind. The crown remains with the men of Northwood. Dev Marfatia gets it done for Northwood, 3:24.47. Portola in second at 3:27.27, and Woodbridge in third at 3:28.42. And that is going to conclude this 2026 edition of the Pacific Coast League Finals. Great job to all of our athletes competing here today. Congratulations on a great 2026 season, and a big good luck to all CIF qualifiers. Once again, all teams, please do your part to pick up the trash around your team area. Big thank you to our host school, University, for doing a great job making this year's league finals special. Safe travels on back home, and best of luck in CIF.